Oh, we got a lot to talk about this morning. Blood clot. Come in. Hey. We ain't do the intro yet. I'ma wait a little bit. You feel me? But y'all see what's up in the corner there. Dillian Whyte tests positive for banned substance. Oh man, you know it's AB and I beat that boy. AB says Floyd destroys Manny if there's a rematch. And we still saying hashtag Maxim Dadashev. Hey. Hey. Pull up the blood clot tune. It's not time for that yet. We ain't get through the intro yet. You heard me? It's not time for that one either. I love this one though. Maybe we'll do this one. I like this one. Blessed love and blessed day, oh boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fire and this is real life boxing. Oh, we got a lot to talk about today. But before we get into it, I'm going to ask you guys to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new content is being uploaded, and you can be notified when we're going live, like right now. Hey. Dillian the PED Snatcher Whyte. Blood clot. The liking. He went from the body snatcher to the pet snatcher. Dillian Whyte. I covered this fight. Dillian Whyte versus Oscar Rivas. Dillian Whyte failed his drug test. That's not even half the fuckery. That's not the half. That is not the half. That's not the half. Not only did he fail his drug test, alright? He failed his drug test before the fight. UKAD, United Kingdom Anti-Doping Association, UKAD decides not to inform the WBC. UKAD decides not to inform Oscar Rivas about Dillian Whyte failing his drug test. You want to talk about corruption? Hold up. Because I got to pause the music real quick. You want to talk about corruption in boxing? This is exactly why, on a serious note, this is exactly why I don't talk about certain things. I don't talk about boxing politics, and I don't talk about all the other crap surrounding. This is like one of the most corrupt things that can happen in today's boxing. This guy fails his drug test. And not only did he fail the drug test, they didn't inform the sanctioning body, and they didn't inform his opponent. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, this is why I don't talk about certain things. The size of the corruption is absolutely legendary. Legendary. I forgot to put a picture up in the corner there that Andy Ruiz said he's not going to the UK to fight Anthony Joshua. It's a setup. He posted the article of Dillian Whyte failing his drug test, and he said, I'm not going to the UK to fight Joshua. It's a setup. You got to be crazy. I'm not going over there to fight Anthony Joshua. It's a setup. The size of the corruption in boxing is legendary. Legendary. This guy fails his drug test. He failed his drug test. They got the results back last week sometime. They opt out not to inform the WBC and not to inform Oscar Rivas, because Oscar Rivas is supposed to have the option if he wants to continue on with the fight or if he wants to not. Usually when you fail the drug test, you're supposed to get your license stripped. You're not even supposed to have a license to fight. This guy fails a drug test. They never inform the WBC. They never inform Oscar Rivas. The size of the corruption is absolutely legendary. Legendary. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit it. The size of the corruption in boxing is absolutely legendary. Dillian Whyte, he slams everybody. And mind you, I like Dillian Whyte. I'm a fan of Dillian Whyte. Probably my favorite fighter from the UK. He slams everybody that tests positive. He slams Anthony Joshua about being on the juice, even though Anthony Joshua has never tested positive. And this is this guy's second time. This is the second time that Dillian Whyte has failed a drug test. The second time. This guy's calling out Wilder. He's calling out the WBC. He can't even pass his drug test. Legendary. The size of the corruption is absolutely legendary. If you're just getting into the stream, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Super chats is live. Donation links is live in the description box. But legendary, absolutely legendary. The corruption. Now, this directly leads to the article that you see in the lower bottom of the screen about the guy that fought Maxim Dadashev the other night, right? The Puerto Rican fighter that fought Maxim Dadashev. Sabriel Matias says he's crushed about the news that he's crushed about the news that Dadashev didn't make it. I want to talk a little bit about that fight because I watched it. I watched it a few times and I've been listening to what everybody's saying about the safety of boxing and the things that can happen to prevent situations like this and so forth. I heard Max Kellerman did an interview about it, and he said in most of these cases, it's usually, a fighter that has a great chin against a fighter that just keeps coming forward and applying a lot of pressure. I've read some articles about what they can possibly do to make the sport of boxing safer, smaller gloves, in these things. I think that in no disrespect to the referee, I think that where they can make a serious start is with the officials. I think they can make a serious start just starting with the officials. I think some of the referees are, I wouldn't say not qualified, because I think a lot of these guys just go off of boxing knowledge and they just see it that these older guys have more boxing knowledge. But my thing is, if you have two young bulls in the ring fighting, punching each other savagely, why would you have an old man refereeing the fight? Like I said, in no disrespect to the referees, there was another fight last month, and I covered this fight with Glowatsky and somebody helped me with the other guy's name. Anyway, they were in the Super Series, the World Boxing Super Series, in the fight where the guy came up and elbowed Glowatsky, and Glowatsky, went down from that shot, and the referee walks over to him and just tells him to get up. The referee never gave this guy his 5 minutes to recover after getting hit with a violent, blatant foul shot, an illegal shot. Forced the guy to get up and fight. The guy got up and was immediately knocked out. So to me, I think that they can start with the officials, man. And I'm going to say it again. No disrespect to the old officials. We appreciate them for as long as they've put their time in the sport. But I honestly can't see how you can have two young bulls in the ring fighting, trying to destroy each other, and you have an old guy refereeing this fight. Now, the referee in the fight with Dadashev, he's like an old man. This guy had a limp. He's like had something wrong with his leg. He's limping. And again, no disrespect, but I think there was some things missed in that fight that could have prevented Dadashev's injuries from taking place. Now, when I watch boxing, I don't just watch boxing for entertainment. I study boxing, okay? In which I would encourage everybody to do if you want to be a true student or a fan of the sport. Study boxing. So when incidents like this happen, I go back and I study what was going on that made this guy's brain start bleeding. What happened? At what point did he get hurt? I'm gonna say this. A lot of times, punches to the offset of the head is what causes these injuries. It's not necessarily punches to the face. It's punches to these areas of the head, which usually cause these injuries. Now, rabbit punching is illegal in boxing, and I feel like Dadashev was hit with a number of hard rabbit punches. Now, they were unintentional. No disrespect to Sabrio Matias. These rabbit punches are unintentional. It's not like he's hitting him on the back of the head. The issue is that every time, Matias was just coming forward brutally. But the thing about this fight is that Dadashev was actually a better fighter. Dadashev was the more skilled fighter of the two. Dadashev was the more skilled boxer of the two. His defense was pretty good. His movement was pretty good. Obviously, in the middle rounds, he started to slow down. Now, Sabrius Matias was landing some nice body shots, some very thudding body shots. He wasn't really landing a lot of hard, clean shots, a lot of hard, clean headshots. He was landing a lot of really hard, thudding body shots. Now, this guy's powerful, so this is the kind of fighter that when you got your hands up and he hits your gloves, it's also a thudding shot. You're hearing these shots, but like I said, Dadashev had a really good defense, really good movement, kept his hands up, moved his head, and moved his feet. So that was that. Now, he did start to slow down in the middle rounds. But like I said, I think that the problem began with the punches on the back of the head. Now, the referee warned Matias multiple times for holding Dadashev in the back of his head. That's what he was doing a lot, like holding him in the back of his head. But before he would get there, sometimes there's a punch that landed there before he started to hold the back of his head. Now, again, these punches are unintentional. What was happening a lot is that, like I said, Dadashev had a really good head movement, really good upper body movement. He just moved really well in general. And if you guys know about Buddy McGurk, his trainer, that's how he teaches his fighters to be boxer punchers. Just like the likes of the late and great Blood and Guts warrior Arturo Thunder Gotti. If you guys know anything about him, when he got to Buddy McGurk, Arturo Gotti was a straight slugger. When he got to Buddy McGurk changed him around and turned him into a decent boxer puncher. So that's pretty much how Dadashev was fighting. He was moving really well, and he was hitting Matias with some good shots every once in a while. All right, let's go back to the unintentional rabbit punches. Now, this guy is a puncher. He's swinging every time Dadashev would roll underneath his hook. Because Dadashev was rolling a lot underneath his hooks. But Matias, he started to punch down. So every time Dadashev would roll, he would hit the back of Dadashev's head. Now, these punches are unintentional, and the fact that Dadashev never complained, or no one ever complained about him getting hit to the back of the head, that's a very big issue too. Now, because they're unintentional, no one complained about him at all. So the referee, he's like, all right, he's not bothered by it. But this is shout out to Brendy for the super chat. I appreciate it. Like I said, super chats is live. Super chats is live. Donation links in the description. There's Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. If you guys feel to donate. Like I said, these rabbit punches are unintentional. So the fact that Dadashev nor Buddy McGurk ever complained about it, that can be an issue right there. Because these were thudding shots, man. This guy can punch, right? So every time he rolled around, whap, and he would come down. So that punch would land on the back of his head. Now, like I said, Dadashev never complained. Buddy McGurk never complained, because they see it. And a lot of times, if the fighter complains about that in that kind of circumstance, the referee will say, all right, well, you put your head down, so try not to put your head down. And then he would turn to the other fighter and he would say, watch, be careful of punching down. So at least both fighters will be made aware of it, because like I said, these were unintentional rabbit punches, you know what I mean? But they were rabbit punches. He wasn't literally trying to punch him in the back of his head. It's just the dynamics of it. Every time he rolled, this guy would start to punch. He's missing the hook when he rolls underneath it, so he would literally start to punch down, and it's hitting Dadashev on the back of his head a lot with some hard thudding rabbit punches. Not to mention the body work that Matias did was amazing. Really hard body shots. To me, like, that's what he was really hitting Dadashev with, was with the body shots were just unbelievable body shots. But Dadashev never really seemed to be bothered by any of it. Now, I watched the fight and I start to look for signs of where he may have started to look hurt. Now, I've heard multiple people say this, that he was looking hurt a few rounds before. I'd never seen that. I didn't see that. People said he was like drifting to the right while walking to his corner 2 rounds before. I never saw that. he seemed like he walked weird anyway. So the camera would always be behind him while he was walking to his corner. And he kind of has a walk with his legs open. I never saw him off balance walking to his corner or drifting to either direction walking to his corner. To me, he walked back to his corner the same way every single time up until the last round. Now, he didn't. This was a pivotal point in the fight. I think it was maybe around the 8th, or it could have been maybe between the 7th and 9th round. He got hit with a jab, and when he got hit with the jab, he did this. He did this to the back of his head. I feel like that could be where the problem started. Maybe that's when he got the brain on the bleed. And you see fighters like Zab Judah who have gone through it, but Zab's was probably caught before it got massive, because this guy's brain bleed was massive. But if you're familiar with stories like Gerald McClellan and the Doc Destroyer Nigel Benn, when Gerald McClellan was in his corner and his coach poured the water on his head, he said, "Man, coach, that water feels like it's running inside of my head." And so I feel like when Dadashev got hit with the jab and then he went like this, that to me was a clear sign. All right, something was wrong, because he just got hit in the front of his head and he rubbed the back of his head. That's like when Wilder knocked out Stavern. Wilder hit him so hard, whap, right here. He said he got hit in the back of his. He hit him so hard he thought he got hit in the back of his head. But that's where I feel like the problem may have started for Dadashev, is when he got hit with that jab and he rubbed the back of his head. I was like, oh, all right. But he still never really showed any signs of like being off balance or that anything was wrong. He was still fighting. Then I think in the 9th round, it's got to be in the 9th round. I think this was when it was in the 9th round. Matias threw a hook. Dadashev slipped it, and again he got hit with a very hard punch on the back of his head. This punch hurt him, and it was noticeable because he started to back up. I think that that's where the issue started. If you guys are familiar with the Puerto Rican fighter Pritchard Colon, who was also damaged. Shout out to Pritchard Colon. Papi, we love you. We love you, campeon. Pritchard Colon was injured in the same type of situation, just repeated rabbit shots in which the referee never, this guy got, but these were intentional rabbit punches. This guy got hit with so many rabbit punches, and he should have been disqualified. You know what I mean? I think that we need to pay attention more to those type of offsetting punches in boxing than we even pay attention to a low blow. Because a low blow, do get hit with a low blow, he goes down, the referee gives him his 5 minutes. A low blow is like a worse foul than a rabbit punch, and it shouldn't be, because a rabbit punch is what causes the long-term damage. So I think that we really can't do anything as far as the gloves and stuff like that. Smaller gloves. And boxing is boxing. It's not MMA, it's boxing. Just like baseball and cricket is boxing. So I feel like as equipment wise and whatnot, we do as much as we can to protect the fighters. I feel like the refereeing really has to step up, man. We really have to start hiring young officials who know about the sport of boxing, and they're young and they're vibrant and they're, all their vital signs are working and everything is working, and they're good enough to, to manage these two men in the ring that are brawling, these two young bulls in the ring that are brawling, just trying to absolutely kill each other. So I think that boxing, we can definitely start with the official. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. There's some people in here, y'all not leaving no comments, man. It's boxing chat. Like, y'all chat with me. I'm not just don't want to be sitting here and y'all just looking at the screen. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, I could just put up a regular video. Y'all, if y'all are in the chat, let me know where you guys are watching from. Let me know what you guys think about the situations. Bit Texan, my guy. Come on, man. You know I need you up in the chat. I appreciate you, though. He says just enjoying. Come on, man. You know I need you up in the chat. Abe, I'm going to give you a wrench. Bit Texan, you got a wrench now, my guy. So anybody act up inside the chat, you knock them upside the head with that shit. Yeah, but I think that the Dadashev situation, I think we gotta do more with the referees, man. We gotta do better with the refereeing, man. We gotta do better with the refereeing. That's what I feel. Oh, I remember his name now. It was Marius Breedis against Krzysztof Glowacki. Yeah, that fight, that's the fight that I was talking about. Marius Breedis versus Krzysztof Glowacki in the World Boxing Super Series. Where Glowacki hit him with a rabbit punch on the back of his head, and then Marius Breedis came up, bow, with the Bones Jones elbow, cleaned his clock. I mean, you know, both of those guys should have been given a point deduction. The both of them, because Glowacki's foul, you know, the rabbit punches, man. Rabbit punches should be, you hit someone with a rabbit punch and you should be given, like 2 points should automatically be taken away. That's what I think. 2 points should automatically be taken away for these rabbit punches, because these rabbit punches are taking time off of fighters' lives, man. That's like when my son is sparring. That's what I'm most concerned about. Even any of my kids, any of my students is like, yo, watch the rabbit punches, man. I'm on them when they finish spar. You guys okay? How do you guys feel? It's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal. Fanon did a video. I listened to a video on Fanon International Boxing. I listened to a video that he did last night, and he talked about the same thing. And he was saying the same thing. You know, we can start with the officials. You know what I mean? It's not really much we could do as far as equipment and stuff goes on. These guys wear you know, they wear the groin protector. It's not amateur boxing. You can't really put the headgear is more dangerous. I rather spar without a headgear on than with a headgear on. It's a bigger target to hit. It's uncomfortable. It moves every time you get hit. It's like you know, they wrap their hands, and I hear people talk about the hand wraps, and you know, with the way boxers wrap their hands, they can't break their hand under there. It's more, listen, when you watch a boxer get his hand wrapped underneath his gloves, right? When you watch a boxer get his hand wrapped underneath his gloves, right? On TV, when you see it, it looks like the boxer has something big and hard over his hand, right? Just like the gloves. On TV, the gloves look really big, you know what I'm saying? But in real life, the gloves aren't that big at all. Now, this is one of my gloves. This is I'm gonna be doing a giveaway on my channel pretty soon of a pair of one of these gloves, Venom. So this is one of my favorite pair of gloves, right? It's 16 ounce. It's 16 ounce, and it's for working out pretty much. You know, sparring, hitting the bag. There's a pretty good amount of cushion over the knuckle, right? There's a pretty good amount of cushion over the knuckle, okay? Now, when boxers wrap their hands, so this is a 200, this is not a 180, this is a 200 inch hand wrap. I like the longer one so I can put the extra padding over my knuckle, right? So when boxers wrap their knuckles in a fight, you know, in the gym they use these wraps, maybe some of them, and they might even use a wrap like this and then tape over it. All right, this wrap is much heavier than tape and gauze. So in a fight they use gauze, and then they wrap it with tape. They use a pad. They make a padding with the gauze that goes over their knuckles, right? And every state regulates how much inches of gauze and tape you can use and how much padding over your knuckle you can use. All right, so they put a padding over their knuckle, and then they wrap with gauze, and then they secure it with tape. All right, to secure the hand. Now, when we see that on TV, we look like they have a cast on their hand. It looks like something that's hard, and you know they have a cast on their hand. But I'm gonna tell you, in real life, that's soft. Okay, that what's on their hand, especially when it starts to get wet with sweat, it gets soft. Now, I wrap my son's hands. My son prefers to get wrapped with gauze and tape because it's lighter. He just says it's much lighter and your hands feel much more freer with this wrap. So it's not like these guys have a cast on their hand. There's no that tape and gauze that weighs nothing, and it protects your hand. Yes, you have to wrap your hand to keep everything tight, but that's not like a cast that's gonna do anything to anyone. If you hit someone with your taped fist, like in their face, you will probably hurt your hand more than you hurt that person's face. All right, especially depending on where you hit them. So, I feel like a lot of casuals or people who don't know much about the sport of boxing, they think that, because I've heard people say this just in interviews and stuff, they think that when they see the wrap over the hand that it's like some type of hard cast that the fighter has on, but it's not. That by the time that fight is done, your tape wrap is barely protecting your hand anymore because it sweats out, it gets soft. This is why fighters like Margarito put the hardener put that hardener underneath it, because by the sixth, not even sixth, by the fifth or so round, that wrap is sweated out by your hand sweating. It's soft now. It's barely protecting your hand. All right. So for the people who say that, boxers wrap their hands enough and, they got these big gloves on, they're not going to hurt their hands, that's crap. I wrap my hands. Hold up. All right, so I got knuckle guards. All right, I wrap my hands with, I put the knuckle guard on. A lot of fighters use these too. I put the knuckle guard on, all right, and then I wrap my hand, okay? I hurt my hand all the time. Okay, I was hurting between these two fingers just the last time I was hitting the bag. All right, so it all depends on your punching power, how hard you punch, how you punch. Very easy to hurt your hand even when your hands are wrapped up. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick demonstration of how I wrap my hand, just because we're already in it. I secure the wrist, then I go around the thumb. Okay, that's just me. Not everybody goes around the thumb. Close it so it's not too tight. I go here, back around the wrist. I come up over. Okay, I start the first part of the X. Okay, then I go around my knuckles over the guard. Okay, start the first round of the X. Okay, come here. Come here. I go around the knuckle a few times. Now, these are long ones, so you can get a nice protection. Then I come back down here, make the second part of the X. Okay, I made the second part of the X. And I come around the wrist again one time. Now I'm gonna go through my fingers. Okay, when I go through my fingers, I squeeze it here and I make a fist. All right. Then I come back around this way. Okay, I cover the knuckle. Okay, I come back down, right? I go through the fingers again. On this side, I make a fist. And then I come over the knuckle again. I come back down on this side, right? And I go through the knuckle again, okay? I make a fist. Sometime I may bring it out this way, okay? Just so too much bulk doesn't build up on this side and it becomes uncomfortable. Okay. One more time around the knuckle. Okay. You don't want to go over the back, the palm of your hand. Okay. Here. I may come up around again with an X depending on how much wrap I have left, or I may not. I might just finish it here, and I might go around my thumb again. Depends. Okay. That's a solid wrap. Your hand open. The middle of your hand open. See that? Pull this up. Stretch it so it's comfortable, so it's not too tight on your hand. Right? You want to be able to grip that right there. Okay? My knuckle is secure. Right? And the in-between is not pulling on my fingers. Okay? Because I made a fist right here, and that's why you want to open it there. Okay? You want to open it and give yourself some room here so that's not tightening up your fingers right there. Right? There you got a solid wrap. See that? You can pull it down here some. Solid wrap. If y'all want me to do an instructional video on how to wrap the hands, I will be. And that's a solid wrap. Okay? Now, if I wrap my hands with tape and gauze with this same thickness, with the same thickness of padding over my knuckle, it's gonna be much lighter than this. It's gonna be much lighter than this. It's not gonna be as heavy as this. This is a lot of, it's much heavier than tape and gauze. Big Texan word. Thank you. I love to rap. I love it. Hey. All the way from Croatia. Hey, salute. We getting love in the house from Croatia. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, what was you remember the Croatian sensation that played for the Boston Celtics? I forget his name. The Croatian sensation though. Who else was from Croatia? I was a big wrestling fan. Nikolai Volkov, Nikita Koloff. They were from Croatia, right? Oh, no doubt. Joey Pilata. Oh, no doubt. I'm going to do an instructional video on how to wrap the hands. Respect, brother, all the way from Croatia. By the way, do you think would win in a fight between AJ and Wilder? AJ and Wilder? I lean towards Wilder right now. AJ hasn't out shown us the best AJ. So I can't just say, you know, he's going to beat Deontay Wilder when he couldn't beat Andy Ruiz. But I look forward to seeing those fights in the future, man. Even though AJ lost, I still want to see him fight Deontay Wilder. Shout out to Croatia in the chat, man. That's what's up. That's how you wrap your head, right? Nice pattern over the knuckle. Hey, I go into the boxing gym so much, and these dudes got most of the pattern be around their wrist and like halfway down their arm. I don't know why they love to wrap like way down here. Most of the pattern be like that. I'm like, bro, like what? Who taught you how to wrap your? Who taught you how to wrap your hands? Like that's not right. Drazen Petrovic, he played for the Nets. Dino, I'm talking about Dino. Dino Raja, the Croatian sensation, Dino Raja. Hey, shout out to Dino, man. Yeah, Drazen was a beast. Didn't he die? He passed away, right? Drazen, rest in peace. He was a beast. Yeah, Dino Raja, man. Dino Raja. As you know, I'm from Boston, so I seen someone with a I'm traveling right now. I seen someone with a Paul Pierce shirt on. I said, "You got the right shirt on." He looked at me like I was crazy. He probably had no idea who Paul Pierce is. I had to grab a coffee latte this morning. It's just kind of bomb. Shout out to Croatia in the chat, man. Oh, so let's get on. All right. Rest in peace, Maxim Dadashev. We gotta keep Dadashev in our prayers, cause I gotta keep saying this. If Dadashev would have won the fight the other night, you know, everyone would still be talking about it. So when this type of stuff happens to these fighters, we gotta keep their name. Oscar Rivas has no idea Whyte failed the PE drug test. Terrible. So we got to keep these fighters in our prayers and in our thoughts. So if you're in the chat right now, I'm going to just ask you real quick, hashtag Dadashev. Hashtag Dadashev. I'm doing it right now. Hashtag Dadashev. Hashtag Dadashev. If you're in the chat right now, hashtag Dadashev. If you have access to be able to type hashtag Dadashev, please. Hashtag Dadashev. There we go. Hashtag Dadashev. So glad Zab Judah was able to recover. Adonis Stevenson is on the road to recovery. You know, so sad with Maxim Dadashev. So sad. To watch, when you watch the fight, he was stumping. Like, dude could fight. He could fight. He could fight good too. Dude could fight, man. Dude could fight. Hey, man, it's red as hell. Dillian Whyte, he should get banned. He should get banned. But the thing is with the UK fighters, it's hard, man. It's hard because they're in the UK. I think at best, Dillian Rivas could sue them. The WBC. I think maybe he gets banned by the WBC, but I don't see him. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You think Jarrell Miller got caught with 4 3 or 4 banned substances in his system. He got suspended for 6 months. He should have got suspended for 2 years. So I don't. Who knows what they're gonna do, man? Boxing is such a corrupt. Boxing is so corrupt. Like you could never tell. He definitely should get suspended. He should. But is he? Just for the simple fact that they never told us. They didn't even tell the WBC, and then they never told Oscar Rivas. The WBC is probably gonna strip him of the interim title. You know, it's ridiculous, man. So I honestly don't know what they're gonna do with Dillian. What they're gonna do with Dillian Whyte. It's a shame though. Literally shame. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. For real. Last topic. My middle picture. Floyd and Manny. Floyd in Maypac 2. Adrian Broner says Floyd's gonna beat Manny's ass this time. Freddie Roach said Manny's gonna knock Floyd out this time. What do we have here? Oh man. Floyd and Manny. I don't have no problem with Floyd and Manny, man. I really don't. I don't have no problem with Floyd and Manny. I don't got no problem with Floyd against Manny. I got no problem with Floyd against Manny, man. At all. At all. I mean, honestly, I'd rather see Floyd and Manny fight again than to see Manny fight against Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. You know, 40 years old, I don't really want to see Manny fight it. He did his dues against Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He did his dues against Keith Thurman. So I think it would be selfish of boxing fans to even ask of Manny Pacquiao to fight another young bull like Terrence Crawford or like Errol Spence. You know, it ain't no need for it. So if he's gonna fight, you know, a big fight again, I'd rather it be Floyd, or this is what I keep saying in my videos, either Floyd or Danny Garcia or Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? He could knock out Amir Khan, so he could ride off with that. Danny Garcia, he's got to be a little bit more careful with Danny Garcia, but still, he could bounce around Danny Garcia. You know, it'll be a tougher fight, but he could bounce around Danny Garcia. And then he could knock Amir Khan out. And then Floyd, you know, he could possibly, you know, beat Floyd too. So, you know, I like that. I like that. And you know, even if Floyd was to beat Manny, you know, he's not gonna like beat Manny up. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna like destroy him and shit. So I'd like to see him in one of those 3 fights, man. I'm not asking Manny Pacquiao for much more. You know what I mean? He's given us an amazing career, 8-time weight division champion, 40 years old, still thumping men 10 years younger to become champion. I can't ask Manny of much more. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Gym Lord, Albania. Yo, great question, man. I did a video on that yesterday. Great question. I don't know why they're always insinuating people are using PEDs that never tested. Manny Pacquiao never tested for a PED. He's good with me. He never failed. How you gonna test him? How you gonna say he's on PEDs? He ain't never failed. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So I leave that up to those people, man. But I hope that Teddy Atlas comes out with a video today on Dillian Whyte, since he's got so much to say about Manny Pacquiao. I really do. If you guys have not smashed the like button, make sure you do. I'm going to show y'all how I wrap up my wraps every time I take them off. The same way how you see me start the wrap with them in a roll, that's exactly how I roll them back up. As soon as I take them off, it's just much easier to wrap your hands that way. And I try to encourage all my students to do this also, so you don't have to waste time in the gym, you know, trying to straighten out your hand wraps and whatnot. They get real wet and wrinkled after they sweat it up. Yeah, Gym Lord, man, I did a video on that. I hope you watched it and gave it a thumbs up. Yeah, Teddy, I'm gonna start calling him Classless Teddy Atlas. Y'all remember Classy Freddie Blassie? Like I said, I'm a wrestling fan. Y'all remember Classy Freddie Blassie? I'm gonna start calling Teddy Atlas Classless Teddy Atlas. Sounds perfect. Classless Teddy Atlas. You're a boxing analyst. How are you a famed boxing analyst? How do you? The lack of respect for Manny Pacquiao after the fight is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Classless Teddy Atlas. That's his new name right there. Every video I put now talking about Teddy Atlas, y'all are gonna see that Classless Teddy Atlas. He's got no class. He's got no business having a microphone in his hand anymore when it comes to boxing. No business. I don't care what anybody says. Same thing with these old referees and these old analysts. Get them out of here. New media. Get them out of here. Classless Teddy Atlas. Terrible. Terrible. Are you just gonna disrespect Manny Pacquiao like that after the man just put on a performance of his life at 40 years old and passed all drug tests? You know what I'm saying? Kenny Bayless is a fool. I don't even listen to those guys. I don't listen to those guys. Who's Kenny Bayless? Who's Kenny Bayless? The dude that does Skip, the dude that does the thing with the black guy's name, with Stephen A. Is that who Kenny Bayless is? He's an old ass ref. Alright. Oh shit. Brick MK2. Shout out, man. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I thought you was talking about Skip. Skip, that's his name? Skip Bayless? Cause them dudes, Stephen A. Smith and those guys, I don't even listen to them when it comes to boxing. I don't listen to them when it comes to boxing. Stephen A. Smith and Skip, I don't listen to them. All of them could go with one set of fuckery. They love to talk one set of fuckery. what's his name? The black guy, Stephen A. Smith, gonna call Andy Ruiz a fat bum or fat whatever he called him. Yo, the dude's a mad respectful, bro. They've got no knowledge of boxing. They've just been encouraged to talk boxing because boxing is picking up, and ESPN been trying to get Top Rank been trying to get boxing popping over there on ESPN, and boxing is live now, so they have to talk about it. So they just have to talk about it, but they don't know what they're talking about whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but don't worry, because Coach Fire from the Desk of Real Life Boxing, we're here to debunk all the shit that they gotta say. All of that, we here to debunk it. So you can't be spreading the word around the boxing world that Manny Pacquiao took steroids and all this fuckery and he never failed the drug test. And them bright no blood clot. Bright. And feisty. Shoot. Yeah, I hope everybody is having a blessed day. What you think about one governing body to undertake all testing, USAID, aka VADA combined? It's they can't, because USAID, because it's the United the USADA, and then UCAD is United Kingdom. So if it would just have to be VADA. You know what I'm saying? They have to make like a world. They have to. VADA missed that shit in White. No, they didn't take VADA. It was UCAD or USADA. It wasn't VADA. So VADA is like Olympic style testing. You know what I mean? That's what like Floyd was pushing everyone to do. Like VADA is like, if anything, VADA would just have to take everything over. Like it would just have to be Olympic style drug testing, like world based drug testing. You know what I mean? Oh, they did both? They did VADA too? Shit. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. Correct. You're right. Yeah. Well, shit. Oh man. Yeah, this. I mean, there's probably more that's gonna come out in that story, because the article was kind of, the article wasn't giving like a lot of information. There's loopholes in all of them. Mind you, a lot of these guys know how to manipulate the system. You remember when Dillian Whyte wasn't taking all those fights? He wasn't taking the fight against Luis Ortiz. He wasn't taking this fight. It's probably because he was trying to cycle off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of these guys know how to manipulate the system, especially the guys over there working with Victor Conte and Snack. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes know how to manipulate the system. That's probably exactly why Dillian Whyte never took the fight with Luis Ortiz. And that's probably why Luis Ortiz didn't take the fight with Anthony Joshua when Big Baby popped dirty. Because Luis Ortiz got caught with some shit now before. He was probably cycling off too. So it's like a lot of these dudes, they know what's going on. So a lot of times, fight comes up and they're like, nah, I don't want to take that fight. And you're like, damn, why didn't this dude take this fight? Because he's in the middle of his cycle. You know what I'm saying? He don't got enough time to cycle off. Hell yeah, Victor Conte is the worst. I don't even know why they let him into boxing. Like, this dude, he's a straight scientist. He's a straight PED scientist. He's a straight PED scientist. He says you don't need to run in boxing. They don't need to run. What? You don't need to run. You don't need to run. You don't need to run. All you need to do is put on the elevation mask and hit the bag or whatever drugs that they're sucking in through that elevation mask. You don't need to run. Ask Sugar Ray Robinson if you don't need to run. You don't need to run. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. I don't know why they let that dude into boxing. He is a PED scientist. That's what he does. He ran the whole Balco operation. That's what he does. So if you think on the with, you know, mind of a level-headed person, you have to know that anything that he does, it's illegal. And he can look me straight in my eye until he's blue in the face and tell me that they're not using illegal shit. He knows exactly how to manipulate these systems. And then he would do interviews, you know, talking about how other fighters and other people know how to manipulate the system. That's you got to watch out for people. See, Dillian Whyte was talking about Anthony Joshua on his juice and everything, and Anthony Joshua has never tested positive, and then Dillian Whyte tested positive twice. Dillian Whyte tested positive twice. Exactly. He did fuck up the athletics in the 80s and 90s. Billy Joe Saunders, likewise. He came out ripping Canelo Alvarez about clenbuterol and all this. Then his very next fight, he fails his drug test. He failed. So, oh, man. Hey, if you guys are in the stream and you haven't hit the like button, make sure to hit the like button. Super Chats is live. Donation links is in the description. There's Cash App there, Venmo, PayPal. If you feel like you want to send a donation, I will gladly accept it and appreciate it. Super Chats is live. Smash the like button. Share the videos. It's Coach Fire, Real Life Boxing. We working, man. We're going to keep bringing y'all this heat. This is the first time I did a morning chat. I'll do it more often if you guys would like it. We coming to take it over. We taking it over. But I'm about to go get me another coffee. That coffee was good, and then that's the last coffee for the day. Get me another coffee and start work and put out some more videos. I might do another live stream later on. Thank you guys for joining this chat. Salute Brit MK2, Bit Texan, Jim Lord Albania, Niven Sapta, Joey Palata, Brandy. Appreciate everybody for stopping in the chat. It's Coach Fire and this is Real Life Boxing, man. Salute to all you guys. This is our channel, you know what I mean? So let's just continue to have some great boxing chat. Let's keep Maxim Dadashev in our prayers. Keep his family in your prayers. Brit MK2, salute, baby. Boxing. And you know, just keep being loyal fans of boxing. We love it. I absolutely love boxing. But yeah, we'll be back with some more videos. Definitely, I'm gonna upload a couple more videos as the day goes along. Might come back with another live stream this evening. So if I do, I'll put up a post and let everybody know in the community. So like I said, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Protect yourself at all times. Keep fighting the fight. It's Coach Fire, and this is Real Life Boxing. We are out.